It is. I mean, and then these guys
Yeah,
had they had everything. They had all the people. Now the problem with Uhuru's camp and Raila's is that they're
yeah.
drunkards.
By the that one can
So
be it can
so every
because
every morning,
yeah, this guy, he was definitely he had better strategy. Ruto had better strategy. You could tell he
yeah.
had
So these
better
two,
strategy. He had and there was kind of the assumption in at least that's how it looked to me. I don't know if that's right or not. That something was it's already done. That we'll do what we do. Because my personal opinion is that game up there is so murky that none of us really understand what's going on. Whose turn is it? You'll never have a turn. You'll never
but
know exactly
Albo,
why. Yeah. Yeah.
Albo, there is no game that when you are drunk you win.
No, no, hiyo ni ukweli.
It doesn't matter which game it is,
Yeah.
as long as
No, no, no.
you're,
That's true.
because now we know very well that Uhunye has been accused many times of even appearing drunk in front of doing the whole thing drunk, the press
No,
conference or whatever it is.
the guy has been in rehab while being a president, so it's not. I
And
mean,
and, and, and
uh,
then and then Rao is also the same. In case you didn't know.
no, no, I know.
Yeah.
It picked up more and more the older he became. So at some points, like during these campaigns, like I think all the campaigns that I saw, it felt like the guy was killing a hangi there, just swatching, sleeping over
So
there
so
on the seat.
so if you know anything about President Moy, remember Moy?
Yeah,
Moy used to get the briefings before everybody wakes up, the security briefings.
yeah.
William Ruto is a student of Moy. You see, Uhunye was not a student of Moy.
Yeah, Unye was he was just one of the guys there because Moi was doing a lot of biashara with the family. That was really it, and they were trying to cover each other. That was clear at the time, at least,
Yes,
because
and
at the
Raila has
time,
never needed,
yeah,
and Raila has never needed to be a student of Moy as well, because these are people who know better. But William Samoei Ruto, because of coming from poverty,
no,
he had to look.
you always
He
have
had
a
to look for a
cheer.
preacher.
Yeah, but the thing is this, and this is just objectively speaking, it it didn't feel like Raila was competing. It just felt slow. Everything felt forced. It felt like there was this air of that I will get no matter what. But
Mm-hmm.
they were he kind of, and also his people around him, because the man has lost like especially the last 10 years or so, he's lost a lot of support. And even the time of, you see, a lot of people like joking about the handshake. For me, that handshake thing just finished it for me. It's like, hey boss, now it's the kitchen. Fine. You see, most people don't appreciate the fact that for him to win, he was not going to be a Luo tribal kingpin. He had to have a national appeal. He has some of that, but he lost it in the last 10 years. He's pulled shenanigans so many times, in bed with the worst characters that are not even popular. And at some point, Ruto started changing the what is it called, the narrative, that hey, Maze, these guys, they've been eating forever. Sisi hustler. You see, the hustler narrative, whether people liked it or not, it had an impact, especially to the small people, so to speak. Small, I mean, economically weaker people, at our border, people in the market. It touched them. Though I remember Raila used to be very powerful with such kind of things, but there was no response. You remember the hustler narrative just ran for like a year, no response. We're just hearing some we are. There was no. Do you remember anything that he said? You remember Chungwa. You remember those things, but do you remember anything that stood out in this election? Is there
Uh,
any narrative
you,
from
you
him?
know, you know, Albo. When I look at Uhuru and Raila
Yeah.
against Ruto, I see like two spoiled children trying to play with a kid from the ghetto.
Yeah, it kind of is because because
two kids from Ligindogo trying to play football with kids who play football in the ghetto,
barefoot on stones.
There we go.
Yeah.
And now you want to tell
so,
me this guy who's coming from the ghetto is going to let this thing go?
No, you could see. Personally, I could see he had this he had this look on his face that I'm not just running this thing to fill up space or for next round.
Now
these guys are taking.
Albo, I know you've been to the gym. And I'm interrupting you a lot because I want to get this story from you. Okay? I know you've worked out before, right?
Boss, if I didn't work out, I'll be terrible right now.
Okay, so you know how running 20 minutes feels like, even on the treadmill.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy, right? It's crazy to run continuously for 20 minutes on the treadmill. It's crazy.
It's mad, you guys. You know, it's mad.
Have you seen the tenacity of the people coming from what do you call it? E10, Kapsabet, whatever.
Yeah.
When they are running these marathons or these short, middle distance races and everything. Have you seen the intensity that this guy knows where I'm coming from? That it is so real in his head that he does not have a second plan. He doesn't have a plan B.
It's this or nothing.
This or nothing, bro. If they don't make it here, where am I going back to?
Yeah, but that's the point, because also you have to look at because they have all this competition about properties, Mali, the tenders, whatnot. And I suspect the man knew that if in any case I don't make this happen, these people are going to come for everything I've ever gotten. And it felt like somehow there was that vibe underneath. At the same time, the rest felt like it was theirs, just like in kitu yetu. And it was now.
Because Albo, listen to this. Huh? If you know anything about the rich people, they rarely do anything for themselves.
No.
They rarely do anything for themselves, especially the ones who've been born in the riches. They rarely do anything for themselves. They don't cook for themselves. They don't know how to clean. They don't know anything. And they talk about when things are bad, a loaf of bread is 350 shillings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they rarely do anything for themselves. So they don't have the work ethic.
Do you remember even the time the president didn't know how much Unga was? So, some years back, he was asked it was a bit of an embarrassing moment because it showed everyone just how removed from reality of what people live through every day. Like he was asked, then there was an issue about milk, and these are things their family actually sell. So this guy has been getting high for 10 years nonstop. Baba joined him in earnest. Then they formed their own corner there and started talking to themselves. It's like everyone else around them doesn't matter. If you do this, we block. You do this, you block. You do this, you block. So eventually you create enough enemies. If it doesn't matter how powerful you are, because this time around, even international people, there's biashara about to go down in Kenya and other places in East Africa that they don't want interference. That's why even you're seeing how this is happening. I'm hoping no idiot goes to fight for these people to ban things. That's the stupidest thing. It feels okay. It feels fine. I was a bit antsy about Rift Valley and Central, but the way it turned out, it seems both places are happy. In fact, next week I was going to start shooting a TV series in Nakuru. if this had gone otherwise, by biashara, at least for the 3 months, they were a bit messed up. So for me, I'm like, whatever.
Albo, before you close, hold up. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I hope you're not going anywhere. Are you still here with us?
Niko area.
All right, I'll see you in a while. George, just go ahead before I bring in.
You know, the analogy you gave about the E10 people and the intensity they have to win the marathon can also be said about the people who come from the village to the city compared to the city dwellers. Can also be said.
I was about to say that, George said.
Yeah, said about The Mexicans who come to America without papers can also be said in comparison with, somebody like me who came to America to visit on a visit visa, and those who come with a green card or are brought in here by a family visa. The intensity at which your mindset is fixated is, for me, I don't have a plan B. This has to work. But there is people who come here with a green card with this air around them, and they somehow believe in their head they were brought to America because America needs them. Especially people with a little bit of education, up until the reality hits them. And you follow the trajectory of those two group of people. You put people who didn't come here necessarily, back in the day when we could come to visit and stay over, and put them in the same category of the Mexicans who come through the border, or the South Americans, or the Central Americans. And then on the other side, put the category of people who come with a green card. Their mindsets are totally different.